I had to fly a lot when I first started out as a stand-up, and I was really never that crazy about flying. And even today, I'm a little uneasy. The one thing I do, I try to fly Delta, and I don't get paid anything to say that. The reason I fly Delta is that they pay their pilots more than any other. That's true, more than any other airline in the United States. And when I'm on a plane, I want happy people on the plane that I'm on, especially the pilots. You know, I want to hear a lot of hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to Mexico. Now, I think a lot of the fear of flying comes from your very first flight. And my first flight was horrible. I was in service. I was stationed here in LA. And I was a corporal. I didn't have a lot of money. And I wanted to go to Hawaii on this 3-day pass, you know. So I looked in the papers, and there was this non-scheduled airline, and it said, take a chance on the Mrs. Grace L. Ferguson Airline and Storm Door Company. So I wrote down the address, and I drove out. It was this woman's home, and she had a counter set up in her living room. And we had to go up to her John to weigh the baggage. I remember that. And then we all got in her Volkswagen, and she drove us to the airport. And we got aboard this DC-1 called the Enola Gay, which I vaguely remember from history. The bottom of it was all like burnt, you know. Anyway, after we were out about 2 hours, the captain came out. They didn't have an intercom. He just came out and he started talking to us. And I think this has a lot to do with why I'm not all that crazy about flying. Well, how the hell do I know? You're the navigator. I'd like to welcome you aboard the Mrs. Grace L. Ferguson Airline and Storm Door Company. I don't know how much you know about our company. We've been in business now, about a week now. We were founded on the philosophy that what the American public was really looking for was low-cost overseas transportation, and we've attempted to eliminate a lot of what we call the frills and extras, and then pass these savings on to you. Things like maintenance, radar, a whole bunch of technical instruments up in the cockpit. You have to excuse me. Do you ever have one that hangs on for like 3 or 4 days? It isn't the headaches. It's that damn double vision. I'd like to apologize for you having to stand all the way. I can give you a little tip there. You might try alternating your arms every half hour through those straps above your head. I think your arms won't fall asleep quite as fast. You folks and tourists, don't bother looking for straps. You don't have any. We're going to go through a little life jacket drill in a few minutes. Our two stewardesses, Trixie and Miss Watson and Miss Savage, will show you how to put your life jacket on. There really isn't that much to it, but a lot of people get them on backwards, and that way you're going to wind up with your face in the water. So if we should have to ditch, you'll receive plenty of warning, because our co-pilot becomes hysterical, and he'll start running up and down the aisles yelling, we're going to crash, we're going to crash. It's kind of hard to understand him. He has a tendency to run his words together. At least he has in the past, anyway. So if you see him running up and down the aisles and you can't make out what he's saying, I sure would slip into my life jacket. Yeah, and I'd like to answer any questions you may have about the airline or ditching, anything. If we should have to ditch, how long would the plane remain afloat? Boy, that's awful hard to say. Some of them go down like a rock, you know? And then for some reason, others stay up for 2-3 minutes. Yeah, gentleman way in the back there. I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you. I can't hear you over the roar of the engine, sir. Oh, they've stopped now. Harry, the engine stopped again. Third button on the right, I think. Oh, hold it, the cabin lights are going out. Third button on the left. That's got him, that's got him. Yes, sir, your question. I still can't hear you. Well, you can try it that way. First word, sounds like racing, running, track and field. Ran, sounds like ran. Man, a whole bunch of men. Men, oh men, it's right behind you there, so yeah. Glad I took your question ahead of this gentleman's here. I really have to be getting back in the cabin. We have it on automatic pilot, but the damn thing keeps kicking in and out all the time, and we never really know whether it's on or not. One of the reasons I came out here, have any of you ever been to Hawaii before? Gentleman right there? Yeah. It's kind of liver-shaped, isn't it, sir? More donut-shaped. Yeah, as we're coming in, sir, would you mind stopping by the cabin and pointing it out to us? Thank you very much. Have a great trip. Thank you very much.